sexy girl, sexy mama, Chef Ramsay, whatever your name is.
Today. Well, we've got the family coming for shepherd's pie. Well, cottage pie, because done with beef.
And here is the cottage pie.
I'm just going to put the cheese on the top of it, actually. But while I've been making meals lately, I have been doing a few extras for the...
A few extras? I've seen here.
They're not all for us. I've got some for mum and dad too, so they've got a couple of meals. So I've done a few lasagnas.
You can't go away for a few months without feeding the oldies. You come back, they'll be like starving in a cupboard somewhere.
Some cottage pie. So these are really good, these containers. I think those are a bit big. They're the jumbo ones. They're a little bit big. I've got some smaller ones as well. But yeah, perfect. Got all the veggies in it. So when we're driving away, we...
Got any other food packed away? What have you been doing?
So,
chocolate? You know, like chocolate? No chocolate. Okay, we're not going. We can't go.
What we missed in the last trip was salmon. We love salmon. We love fish actually. So when you go inland, it's you can't really get much unless you're catching barra, of course.
Land fish, but yeah. Well, some of us don't catch barra.
Well, we're pretty fussy. So anyway, I have got a whole heap of fresh salmon, and I vacuum packed them in lots of two. And they're in the freezer, so we've got shitloads of that, and we have got barra, because you like barra.
Yeah.
And I've got snapper, so we can crumb that or do whatever.
So I'm planning on having a bit more fish. We might do a couple of exercise videos, because we're looking at getting fit. I've actually gone and bought a mountain bike, which just looks cool. It just looks cool on the caravan. It doesn't mean I need to use it.
Yeah.
And we've got some fitness bands. Resistance bands. And you might recall from one of our earlier episodes we had a not so successful run-in with a resistance band. Might just pause the video right now and I'll insert that in. Here it is. Alison Carberry, you pervert.
That is not me, that is Darren.
And now we're back here in the kitchen again, just with a bit of video wizardry.
So yeah, we will be doing them properly, and Darren's gorgeous daughter, Kerry-Ann, is a personal trainer, so she's actually developed a program for us. So
well, for Ellie.
If you think that we're ill and we're not eating properly, through our trip, hopefully, we'll be losing weight and getting fit. Yeah,
actually, we've been losing 4 or 5 kilo. We go away for a couple of months, we tend to lose 5 kilo without really trying. And usually when we get back, probably within about the first 3 to 4 hours, we've put it all back on. We've put it all back on again.
Christmas as well, and trifle and all that Christmas food.
The old Christmas excuses, right? Yeah. So, so if we go away for like a couple of years, we'll come back as skeletons.
Yeah. But we're talking over the phone, so you can't even see Darren. So
no,
but we're looking at each other having a conversation.
But I look fantastic, and you'll just have to take my word for that.
He is unshaven and needs a shower.
A little bit.
You've been doing all the gardening.
A little bit scruffy.
Anyway, that's enough.
Yeah, we're off on Monday, aren't we, to go to Darwin. We've done a whole lot of changes to the caravan, but I'll do a separate little update shortly about all the stuff we've been doing. And then we're going. So follow our next episodes. They'll be on our little trip up to Darwin.
We're hoping Cyclone Ellie has disappeared.
I'm taking Cyclone Ellie with me.
Oh, we can't do well. Obviously, we can't get through Fitzroy Crossing for about 6 months. So.
Oh yeah, it's flooded at the moment. Where are we at the moment? We're sort of mid-January 2023, and Fitzroy Crossing is like really underwater. So that's crazy. But we'll go up to Darwin anyway. Hang around Darwin for a few months and do some work and stuff.
And we have another baby due.
Yeah, not mine. It's not in my tummy.
Not mine. My son has announced today that him and his partner Caitlin are having a baby
lizard.
A baby boy. So that we do have to come back. Well, I have to come back for that anyway and see the birth. So yeah, exciting times.
And by the time this video comes out, which will be a long way down
the baby will be born, so here's a picture of the baby.
Yeah. So anyway, more updates later. We better get on with it. Someone's got a lot of cooking to do. Well, it was great to get home and see all the family. But before our next leg, we had a lot of maintenance to get through. And I'd made a list during our last trip of all the little items. So it's just a matter of ticking those off. It was quite a lot, really. I guess it started with a massive clean of the van, getting the van right back to sort of a near new look, and that took several cleans. That red dirt, it really sticks and it just gets into everything. So that got done. You might recall the winch failed in the Mitchell River, so we ran some tests on the winch. I found that the winch itself was faulty, the contactor seemed to work alright, but it took 5 hours to get the old one out. I got it replaced, thankfully, under warranty just, and it took another 4 or 5 hours to put the new one back in. So that was quite a big job, that one, but it was good to get that off. I increased the hot water timer, so we have longer hot water, so rather than 12 hours we get 24 hours now. That's quite good, only when we plug into power, but that's been quite a handy thing as well. Cleaned all the rubbers and seals, and we tightened all the hinges just to seal out the dust the best we could going forward. We found there were some dust ingress sort of leaks on the last trip, so it was good to get that sorted. Widened the underneath rock lights, added a switch as opposed to the old lighter plug. The lighter plug used to shake itself loose all the time, so once that was hardwired in, it's actually worked a lot better since. I plumbed the water permanently into the kitchen, so when you pull out the kitchen, we don't need to plug the water in separately now. It's a massive time saver and just a lot of mucking around. I don't know why they don't build them that way in the first place. At the same time, I widened the kitchen light, so that's wired back to the main switch as well, so we don't need to plug that in each time. I also added some aluminium channel under the bed where all the plumbing is. These vans are known, a lot of these Chinese vans, we've had trouble with our Darwin one. They're known to leak under the bed, and you don't know that it's leaking. You want to keep the water away from all your electronics and stuff, while you find that. So I've added some aluminium channel and just sealed it under with silicone, just to make sure that at least the water stays away from some of those sensitive components, and even other areas of the van you don't want water to get into. So pretty much that will channel the water towards the exit out under the stove, should that happen. Also changed over all the single cigarette lighter sockets throughout the van, made them into sort of doubles, and USB phone chargers and things like that where it was practical, and I hardwire the vans into the circuits as well. So they're a lot more useful like that. Again, I don't know why they don't build them that way in the first place. The obvious things like torquing up all the truck and van wheel nuts, everything was pretty good. Nothing had moved, thankfully, so that was good. I had a blown headlight, so I replaced that. Only on one side, so that was done. I added a shelf for Ellie. Ellie needed a charging shelf inside, or requested a charging shelf inside, so I added that. It's been quite useful as well. I've added saddles to support the roof bars. The plastic joiners that come with these vans are just rubbish, and they break all the time, so that's good now. That works much better. We ditched the faulty Jawa solar panels, which were absolute crap. And we replaced it with some quality 700 watt solar panels, so it's really good. It's given us more power now, and it's actually working. I've been complaining to Jawa for quite some time that we haven't been getting the charge out of it, so we've now got a good quality 700 watts of power up there. Did it at our cost, but it was worth it to get the right ones. Checked all the bolts under the van for rust and looseness and any corrosion. Everything was good, nothing's moved, so pretty good report on the van on that regard, because it did go through a bit of a rough time up north, so that's all held together pretty well. I also added a fly net to the car awning, which will give us a hiding place if need be from flies and bugs and things. That's something that is much requested as well, so we got all that done. So that's been most of the maintenance that got done. There's been a few other things, I suppose, that I can't recall offhand, but it's been a busy few weeks getting those jobs done while we're at home over Christmas. And that put us in a really good position to get underway on our trip from Bribie to Darwin. So let's get moving on that trip right now.
Just like that, we're leaving Bribie. Hey, darling. Finally, because I took forever. Anyway, that's what we said. It's actually a bit of a crappy day, but we're sort of saying goodbye to our home. And what is it? Hello, Darwin. Here we come.
That's the direction we're heading.
Little grumpy bum here because I took way too long to get ready.
We're only like 3 hours later than we were going to be.
He's a list man and I'm a winged girl, so.
Oh my god.
He might be smiling by the time we get to, where are we going?
Darwin.
Yarraman.
Yarraman Weir Campground.
Yarraman Weir Campground. So we'll give you an update when we get there. See ya. Better put my
Sun visor up.
sun visor up.
Yeah. Well, here we are. It's been a long time, I suppose, since we've done an update. I think one of our last updates we were heading home from 1770 or Bundaberg or somewhere up that way, pre-Christmas. We spent about, I think we got home about early Christmas. Probably spent 5 or 6 weeks now at home, catching up with family and grandies and all that kind of stuff, and doing Christmas and keeping Santa Claus happy and all these dwarfs busy. And we've done a lot of work. We've been doing heaps of work. We completely emptied and cleaned out the caravan, didn't we? My partner
Yeah, I don't know if that was a good idea.
We took everything out, and we took the caravan right back to new.
Yeah.
So we've just gone, and all the rubbers are black again. Everything's all nice and new. Did a lot of mods to the caravan. We replaced the winch that was not working, as you would have seen in an earlier episode.
I love how he says we, but he actually did it all.
We did. Oh my god, we did a lot of stuff. We've plumbed in the kitchen now, so the water's always plumbed in, and we've changed a whole lot of electrical circuits in the van, and put in
He did it.
like phone sockets and all that kind of stuff everywhere. Just a whole lot of stuff that we thought might make it easier. Even a little rail thing for our handy towels. So at Madam's request.
That's pretty cool.
So that's
pretty cool. That's awesome.
Anyway, lots of that kind of stuff. We had the truck in getting repaired, because you might recall in the storm the door got damaged, so we got that done. There's been a lot of I don't know, it's been endless really. And then we've had to repack the van from scratch and get everything back in it. So that's been a big job.
Bigger than what I realised it was going to be.
Yeah, we were late getting away this morning because of that. But we're away now, and we're on our way to we're on our way to Darwin. But first stop, we're going to take about a month to get to Darwin, hoping to get there about mid-February or something. First stop's going to be, we hope to be Yarraman Weir Campground. We're just gone through Kilcoy at the moment, so I think we're about an hour away or something like that. It's pissing with rain. It's been really wet up north. I don't know, if you follow the news and all the rest of it. We've had a lot of flooding up around Fitzroy and all that. It's pissing down here. But I think pretty much the way we're going, and by the time we get up there, it'll be pretty fine. It'll be pretty warm when we get to Darwin, but we are going via Birdsville. So we didn't really want to do the tracks we've done before, so we're going to go out from Kilcoy, out to Roma, then to Birdsville, and then north from Birdsville we're going to go up to Mount Isa, turn left, down Camel-Wheel Road. I always think of Camel Toe Road, I don't know why. Camel-Wheel Road.
I'm looking for, we might get to finally see Camel at Birdsville.
Maybe. Yeah, you might actually. And then we go on up to Darwin from there. So hoping to take a month to do that trip. So you'll see the next few videos. Man, the rain is shocking driving at the moment, so we won't make it much longer.
Yeah, I think we'll follow maybe.
But yeah, we've got the bike on the back because we're on a bit of a fitness kick this time. So it's on record. We're trying to eat healthy and do a bit of exercise this time around. We'll see how we go. So
we just did our first stop for a bite to eat, and it was
stopped at a bakery. We walked past all the pies, didn't we?
Reluctantly, but we did. So there will be no more pie scoring at bakeries. That's not going to be happening.
Sometimes they say this is a place you've got to buy a pie.
If we've done 20,000 steps within that.
No, you've caught me with that before in an earlier episode.
And it works.
Yeah. I nearly faded away to nothing. I got down to like 20 kgs at one stage. And I nearly died from it.
We had a Caesar salad for wrap. It was very lovely actually. It was nice. So
yeah.
We're just a bit shattered. It's been pretty full on packing. Trying to think of everything. List man is great because he keeps his list. So
we've actually taken a lot out this trip. We've really reduced our weight down a hell of a lot.
Including clothes.
Yeah,
that was
and
a big one.
just the swag and stuff. There was a lot of stuff we took away that we'd planned to take on our Cape York trip. But if you followed our story, you'd see why we didn't go to Cape York. But when we picked up our van and car and all that, we had a lot of stuff in there for designed for that trip really, so a lot of that stuff's come out. But then we've added a few things to him. We've added that we took out the SodaStream machine and we added the NutriBullet, you know.
Yeah.
And there's been lots of little things like that we've changed over.
I've pre-done a lot of the food. I'll show you some photos. So this time we're really on a health kick. So I've frozen fresh mango and blueberries and banana. They're all vacuum packed and ready to go on a smoothie in the morning. We've got loads of fish, that's what we missed last time, was barra and
on the note of
snapper.
fish, we did about 7,500 k's and old idiot here could not catch a barra, so we thought we'll go to Darwin and see if we can catch a barra up there, so stay tuned and see whether that actually happens or whether I actually really am hopeless.
He's got to catch a barra, you've got to be an idiot not to catch one in barra season.
I'm going to go to the fucking fish shop, put one on my fish hook, I tell you, I'm getting close to that.
I've actually brought the vacuum pack machine so we can vacuum pack the barra when it catches it. And I just remembered now, I've got pancake crumbs on the groceries.
Would have forgotten something, I'm sure.
I've forgotten heaps of things, but that's okay. We're actually going to be travelling on a lot of the main roads, so it's actually taking a lot of pressure off, knowing that we can just nip into a shop. Yeah,
we found that going up north actually, there's actually more shops around than you think, even out in the outback, you know. Even if it's some guy operating a bloody grocery store out of his garage, there's always something around, you know.
Yeah, but no, that wasn't fresh fruit and veggies, you know.
Yeah.
There was actually nothing.
Yeah, but nobody actually needs vegetables and fruit anyway.
I do. Well, you will be. You will be.
You go camping and you take your horse with you, you might, but no, it was all right. We found food everywhere and water and stuff, you know. Diesel's your bigger worry sometimes, I think.
So we'll give you an update when we get to our next spot. It's going to be very damp, but I think we're going to be a bit damp through a lot of this journey.
Yeah, we're okay with that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice early night and watch some movies. And
yeah. We don't mind camping in the wet. We've had some good wet ones before and we survived pretty nicely. So it just brings the temperature down a bit too, doesn't it?
It is, it's lovely. It's good weather today, so no, it'll be good.
So that's about our update for this trip. Let's see what's coming
onwards for our further journeys and exciting adventures of Daz and Allie.
Let's see what happens. Right, camp number 1, Yarraman Weir Campground. We have arrived. We open up our, no one else here. Here's the water. And we've also got loos and stuff over the background there. So it's a great spot here at Yarraman Weir Campground. Really nice. We're lucky here. I guess we're out of season, or it was weekday as well, I suppose. So there's not many people. It was just us here. So we got up this morning, went for a bit of I've just been for a bike ride actually. I've done about probably 7 or 8 k's. I rode from the park and went sort of left from where we were camping out and across the road. And found the rail trail. I did a couple of k's towards Harlan direction. The whole track is actually 161 kilometres long. Really nice too. Bloody hell, if you're into cycling, this is the place to go. And did a couple of k's down there, and then I turned around and came back. And as I came back near the entrance where I came in, I found that you could carry on and do like what they call the Yarraman Weir circuit. So I did that. It's about 2.5 k's. Brings you past the Yarraman station, which is really nice. There was a bit of history and stuff there. Had a look at that and got back, and as I came back in, Ellie was doing her exercises, which this is a new thing for us. There she is over in the background. See over there at the picnic table doing the stretches and bits and pieces. She'll kill me if she knew I was recording this. So I won't zoom in. Oh my god, I can't zoom in. Oh yes I can, hang on. No, I can't. Oh, bugger, because that would be pretty funny. But, so she's doing that. And we are just, having a good time. I don't know where we'll stay another night. We might do. It's quite nice here. As we make our way towards, I think next stop after this is pretty much around the Bunya Mountain, somewhere up there. We'll get packed up, but we're in no hurry. I think we've only got, our next camp's half an hour's drive away or an hour's drive away, something like that. But yeah, just beautiful here. Absolutely beautiful. We'll see how we go. Actually it's a bit hard. This cycling gig's a bit rough on me. Got got to do a bit of cardio, but I'm finding at my old age, and with the seat on the bike, I'm finding my testicles are actually riding side saddle. So I might need to get like a sidecar.
Well, I left the selfie stick in the caravan, so we're doing it by hand this time. Don't laugh at me.
Footnote for a change.
For a change. So we have just left Yarraman, a beautiful place, 2 hours out from the main road just out of Brisbane, where we came in from Bribey.
Yep.
So go there, it's brilliant. We tried to think of things that it didn't have, and that was
The only one was probably fire pits. That's
Yeah,
it, but it had water, it had walking, it had exercise stuff around, it had shade, it had toilets, it had everything else you want. Water, everything.
And the walk was lovely.
Yeah, we went a bit of exercise silly this morning, didn't we?
We did. Well, we started as we mean to go on, so it's been smoothies and resistant band workouts.
Wraps with green shit in it.
And he's been for a cycle. Oh, I went for a little cycle too, bike ride.
Yeah, I did about 7 Ks this morning.
Yeah, and I did a big walk as well. Lots to see, lots of historical stuff. Towns are actually, I wish that we could stay longer there because the town looked really interesting.
Yeah, I reckon it's a 2 or 3 night stop. You know?
Yeah. So definitely go on to Yarraman, visit that. We're off to the Bunya Mountains now. So,
that camp, just for record, was the Yarraman Weir campground at Station Park.
Station Park, yeah.
Yeah.
Yarraman Weir. Go through, have a look, and massive IGA there. So if you need groceries, that's open. 2 pubs. There's one a historical one that started in 1912. There's a lot of historical stuff there about the train that went through, and a museum and everything. So we will leave that for another time because we'll be able to drive there from home, from Bribey.
It's a nice little day trip.
Yeah. So we'll show you Bunya Mountains next.
Which way is Surface Paradise from up here?
Over there, I can
And
tell. Because
how do you know?
of the sun,
Yeah?
the way that the sun's
Yeah.
falling on my face.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with this sign here. Nothing to do with that sign that says Surface Paradise is that way. Where'd you think it was before? Pretty deceiving up here. Anyway, here's a look out. Look at that. It's pretty nice, isn't it? Gorgeous up here. Too sunny that way. Turn the video off.
Hey, Skip. What a cutie. just coming out of Dalby. We've left Bunya Mountains. I'll give you an update on that. But this place full of just wheat everywhere. So Dalby is obviously known for wheat.
So between Dalby and Chinchilla.
Oops. Yeah, we're on our way to Chinchilla now. It's fascinating. It's just bright yellow. It's gorgeous.
They make amazing farms and bumpy roads.
Warrego Highway is so friggin' bumpy, it's unbelievable. You thought the Bruce Highway was bad. We're bouncing around everywhere. It's like four-wheel driving, isn't it?
Roller coaster.
But we got the cheapest fuel at United. Diesel was $1.89
and a half. Yep.
$1.89 and a half. So cheapest fuel we've had so far.
I haven't seen diesel that cheap for a long time.
Yeah, I know, it's awesome.
That was a United station. It was pretty standard there. So actually, even their what was their unleaded was
$1.83 or something like that.
yeah.
So
Normally
cheap.
it's like $500,000. You know.
Yeah, I know. So we'll give you an update later, but I just wanted to show you.
It's pretty flat out here, isn't
Yeah. Clean your windscreen.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Oh, sorry, I suck at that, don't I? Sorry, guys.